Buenos Aires, to the right of Chile, slightly below Uruguay, 7,000 miles from home, give or take a mile. 20 plucky Brits, including a cheerleader, a vet, and a children's entertainer, have all lost their luggage on their way to tackling the greatest obstacle course in the world. One will be victorious. 19 just won't. Let the games begin. Welcome to Total Wipeout. Today, 20 competitors face a challenge that's so difficult, so tough, it would be impossible to put into words. Although technically, that is my job. So I should try. Yes, it's a stupid obstacle course. They have to cross a stupid obstacle course. So what will they be facing on this so-called stupid obstacle course? That's mine. I thought of that. The Qualifier. Tough. Crash Mountain. Really tough. Dizzy Dummies. Even tougher than what I said just then. And the Wipeout Zone. So tough you can just ignore the other times I've ever used the word tough to describe something that's tough. It's time to go to the top of the course and meet the first victim. I mean, competitor. I'm kidding. Victim. With them is a woman with the smile of an angel and the heart of a mafia hitman. It's Amanda Byram.
I'm joined now at the top of the course by Rory from Tiverton, whose job lends itself so well to the Total Wipeout course. Rory, what is it you do?
I build playgrounds for a living. My whole life is swings and roundabouts, so this should be a doddle for me. Absolutely easy. Walk in the park. Hi, my name's Rory, and I'm going to roar on this course. Roar!
Meow.
So, a very confident Rory sets off, but what will he be facing first? Back in the last series, the Walk of Shame proved such a hit, and I mean that literally, with the contestants, that Eduardo has brought it back. Only this time he's supersized it. So introducing the Super Walk of Shame. It's basically the same, but taller. So Rory is the first to try it out. One small step for man, one giant leap into the swimming pool, I imagine. Oh, yeah, it's just further to fall, really. The Super Walk of Shame does what it says on the tin. It's not as easy as it looks. To be honest, it doesn't actually look easy anyway. Right, can Rory use his skills as a builder of adventure playgrounds to get the better of this obstacle the second time around? No, but he did it more quickly into the water straight away. Now on to the sucker punch. I doubt Rory has ever made one of these for a playground. Well, I hope not. Anyway, there'd be complaints. Oh, he's doing well, though. Riding those punches. Oh, not that one. That was a hit.
Now that's a face plant if ever I saw one.
Yeah, you said it, man. Classic face plant. He turns. Oh, that's anticipated. It's perfect. That is class. Next up, it's the big balls. He's using the railing. I don't think he can see anything through that mud mask. Just as well because above his head is Mr. Motivator himself. 200 pounds of precision-padded foam designed exclusively to hurry the more hesitant competitors. I like to think of it more as a heat-seeking dither destroyer. Here we go. It's poised and ready. Oh, he blindly leaps onto the first ball. He's no idea where he is. Oh, he's balanced. Rory could just turn out to be the first person to cross the balls this series. I know, Amanda. Check out his balance. This is looking very good for Rory. What a Yeah, maybe I should have waited until he was on the third ball before hyping him up. I've anticipated it a bit. Well, he may not leave his mark on the qualifier, but he's left a perfect Rory-shaped mark on that ball. So Rory climbs the ladder as he faces another new obstacle. It's a tightrope. But not just a tightrope. There's more to it than that. I mean, no. There isn't. It is literally just... Okay. Bit cheap. Okay, it is just a rope. It's just a rope. Obviously, if we have tightrope walkers on, they'll find this bit quite easy. Rory's got vision back now as he gets onto the rope. Test of balance and arm strength here. And he's looking pretty steady. Ridiculous, but steady.
Will it be a roaring success?
Thank you, that'll be a pun. He's the first person to try it. I think he's going to make it. And he has!
Come on!
No surprise, though, it is, after all, just a rope. Should have spent more money on that, lads. Seriously. Anyway, Roaring Rory finishes in 3 minutes 50. Next on the qualifier, our girlfriend and boyfriend, Sarah and Andy from Glasgow, who are both cheerleaders.
Ready.
I like this. They're in time and everything. I'd book those two to come and do cheerleading for me whenever I've got cheers that need leading.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the boss then?
Oh, me. I'm the boss of us. I'm the boss of the squad. I just run everything.
Oh, she likes to think she's the boss at home, and sometimes I let her think that just so she doesn't have a little tantrum.
You tell everyone what to do then?
No, my silences and my looks usually do it for me, so...
Show me the look. I'm scared.
Okay, clear who wears the trousers in that relationship. I just don't want the has next to theirs when they're practicing. Right, it's Sarah onto the super walk of shame. And here we go. Oh! I can do this cheerleading thing. Give me an O. Give me a U. You see where I'm going? Ouch. Right, can boyfriend Andy do any better? Remember, Sarah wears the trousers. Andy's got to wear those bad shorts as a result. It would seem... Oh. Well, come on, are you on or off? Give me an S for start. Oh, no, he's not. On to the sucker punch now. Living with Sarah, probably used to dodging the odd punch, allegedly. Oh, no. Trouserless Andy is not doing that well right now. That did seem like an extra hard punch. Who's controlling the fists today? OK, back to trouser-wearing Sarah, who's on to the big balls now. This competition is heating up. She's off. She's really off. And avoiding both the motivator and getting any further along the balls.
Watch this.
Right, trouserless Andy's turn. Good jump. Might put him ahead of Sarah. Oh, it was. But then in the water.
I didn't know he was a contortionist. I thought he was a cheerleader.
I hurt myself today.
I think his body had stopped, but his legs just weren't giving up, were they? They carried on. Right, it's neck and neck here. But Andy's life won't be worth living if he beats Sarah. Think carefully.
Here we go!
The all-important tightrope. Not just pride that hangs on the balance here. Or dignity. Obviously, there's none. Trouser-wearing Sarah has slipped and gone and wet her metaphorical trousers.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, which means if Andy can just get across, he's surely got this in the bag. If I were him, I think I'd lose this on purpose right now. He has! Oh, come on, Andy, let's make it look like you were trying. You just threw it away. You looked as if you were too scared to beat her. You probably were. OK, both of them finished looking particularly pleased with themselves, but that's about to change because the results are in.
Yeah!
The person who was faster was... Andy.
Yes!
See, now there's... Oh, you're gutted. Look at you.
Ah, well, meet 30-year-old Vestalia, who has a heart of gold on her shirt, and in her spare time is a bell ringer. Pull the other one. I did a bell pun. I'm sorry.
I'm going to win this race with an elegant face, not a hair out of place. Yes!
Yeah. Now that's what we call tempting fate. Good luck. Right, Vestalia, down the slope. I can't remember what they're called. It's the super things, walkway of, I don't know. Right, she's on them. That's the main thing. Oh.
Not so elegant, Vestalia.
Vestalia moves on to the big red balls, and hopefully she'll try to be a bit more graceful here. Remember the motivator waiting, but I'm sure she'll get a move on.
For whom the bell tolls.
Oh no, it's... Oh! That is unbelievable! The motivator has struck for the first time. Finally. All those pesos blown on red foam and sandbags now seem worth it.
He touched me. He looked at me and stared. Yes, he bumped me.
Oh, what a machine. I imagine that probably hurts.
And knocked me off my feet.
Yes.
Now my life's complete. 'Cause when he nudged me, put me in a fix. Yes, it hit me just like the tongue breaks. Yes,
It does rather beg the question, will that be the only time the motivator strikes today? From the bottom of my heart, I sincerely hope not. Now it's on to the tightrope, which of course a bell ringer should find easy.
Something's beginning. Everybody says that a girl who looks like me.
Come on, you can do... You can't... She's dropped a clanger! Another pun, sorry. I would like to apologise for the amount of replays that were shown when the motivator brutally hit poor, innocent, unsuspecting Vestalia. There'll be no more, honestly. No more replays. It would be too cruel. No more. After this one.
And knocking off my feet.
God, that is just... It's kind of magnificent. It's... Sorry, where were we? Yes, let's move on. Sorry. Here are two people who have a lot to say for themselves. First, 26-year-old Mel, who's a personal trainer.
Total Wipeout, are you ready? Because this smell's going to give you hell.
Then there's 51-year-old Victor, who's a justice of the peace and today's oldest competitor.
I took by the throat the circumcised dog.
Putting Crichton on the map.
Oh yeah, he's doing the funky judge. Silence in court. Right, he's off. This is very quick. Oh, my lord! He's the first one to make it across the super... What were they... And he's done it again. No! Oh, your bits will have come off, I suspect, there. Victor judged that quite poorly. Can Motormouth Mel get across as well? Here we go. No, she can't. She's fallen in. It is a long way. Right, the funky judge attempting the big red balls. Oh!
Order in the court.
He very nearly brushed the fourth one. That was the best so far today, I'd say.
I don't care if I die.
Points for style. His wig would have come off had he chosen to wear it today. Who will have the last word between these two?
Hit me.
Ooh, those arm muscles are going to come in handy here, Mel. You will need them, but perhaps some coordination as well would be handy. Yeah, you can use those arms to swim to the podium. Yeah, look at it go! Yeah, that's strength coming in handy. Right, the funky judge has retired to his chamber, managing the qualifier in just under 3 minutes. Motormouth Mel wraps this one up in 2 minutes 21 seconds and takes a well-deserved rest. That's a strong time. So that blistering run puts Motormouth Mel in first place with the funky judge Victor in second. Trouserless Andy is in third. Vestalia is in fifth. Stop it! And trouser-wearing Sarah limps into sixth. But with plenty more competitors still to come, that can all change. It's a little-known fact that Total Wipeout is filmed in Argentina. Now, there are 3 good reasons for that. The steaks are excellent. The wine is superb. That's 2. What's a third? There are no health and safety officers. That is, until now.
So I'm joined now at the top of the qualifier by Bob from Cornwall, who's a health and safety officer. Now, Bob, have you spotted anything hazardous out there?
There seems to be a couple of work at height issues.
What do you mean, Bob?
And a couple of slips and trips.
Oh, come on, that's just nitpicking.
The mud, the bio problems of that could be quite large, yeah.
Oh, you've got a point with that one, actually. I can't. There's no defence. Health and Safety Bob beginning his inspection. We're going to put a railing on this ramp, Bob. Don't worry, we will make it safe. OK, that one's passed. That one's passed. That one's... Oh, no, that one failed, look. We'll attend to that, Bob. Don't you worry. That giant mallet just above your head, Bob. Purely for decoration. Ignore it.
1-1.
Onto the first ball now. Keep the back straight and lift with the knees, Bob. Lift with the knees. Yes. Not the greatest effort, I've got to say, but a very safe fall. Well done, Bob. Well done. Onto the tightrope now, giving this a rigorous vibration test. Really wants to give this a kite mark. Sorry it isn't fluorescent or anything. That would have helped, I'm sure. What? Testing. Testing's looking good. There's a bit more testing. What is it the rope wobbling or Bob's legs? I don't... What? Maybe this is just a safer approach. No! It's not worked. OK. Bob completes the qualifier in 4 minutes 40, making his progression into the next round a very unsafe bet. Hey, no bombing! Health and Safety Bob said we'll get the results of his investigation in a couple of months. So I doubt there'll be another series. Tell John Craven I've changed my mind. Country file, I'll do it. I've got a coat, everything. So while we're still on air, are we still on? OK, let's meet the next set of contestants. Simon is a friendly scout leader. Kenny works in a museum teaching science. And Paul is a children's entertainer. These guys seem like perfect examples for the next generation.
Get ready!
I blow things up.
It's just not looking good for the kids. Never felt so missold. Right, Paul the Clown is off. I should mention one of those pillars is broken. That one there, that's the fella in the middle. Still, for a children's entertainer, Paul is very entertaining. I'd book him. And he has. So we'll move on. Oh, he's back. Can Exploding Kenny make it across the Super Walk of Shame? Can he? No, he can't. Scoutmaster Simon is away. Good start, this. End of the ramp. Onto the Super Walk of Shame. Oh, yes! Oh, no! Scoutmaster Simon hoping to get his jumping over the big red balls badge here. And not a chance. No, not with that. No. Exploding Kenny has created a formula to help him cross the balls. Weight times mass minus velocity squared equals... big muddy patch on the ball. Hoping Kenny doesn't also teach swimming, because it's not working. No time for clowning around here as Paul heads to the balls. 1, 2, 3. This is looking good. Paul could be our first competitor this series to cross the balls. Come on. Actually, I hyped up Roaring Rory too early last time. I'm not going to get excited too soon. Nice cup of tea. Oh! I'm just being calm. Oh, yes! He did! He did it! For the first time this series, somebody has crossed the big red balls, and I've spilt my tea. Oh, God. Right, straight onto the rope. Surely he's not going to get across here too. Oh, he's making this look easy. What is this man made of? Well, it's a fantastic performance and the fastest time so far and probably ever of 2 minutes 18.
Big red balls, no problem.
Let's see how the other two finish. Hot on his heels, Exploding Kenny. Yeah, and then Scout Leader Simon. Still. Remember, kids, the most important lesson of all, victory or defeat. Always be gracious. You see, that's gracious spittle flailing from his mouth there. This is 33-year-old Yudi, a marketing executive with a point to prove.
Just come out of a long relationship and a quite competitive relationship, and he always said I'd never be able to do it.
He didn't think you could do it. You're here now, he's not.
Yeah, he's at home on the sofa. I'm in Argentina.
What is a competitive relationship? I've never had one. I don't... OK. You go, girl. Newly single Yudi is about to show her ex-boyfriend she's so over him and over that podium and into the water. Oh! She came to Argentina with a broken heart. She leaves Argentina with a broken... No, she's fine, apparently. Right, 23-year-old Sam is also coming to terms with a tough breakup. The breakup of S Club 7.
Love them.
I love them, yeah.
But they're not together anymore.
They're together in my heart. That's all that matters.
There ain't no party like an S-Club party, and I'm their biggest fan. Whoa!
Where do these people come from? And how do I stay away from them? So Sam is hoping to inspire an S Club 7 reunion with a successful performance here. That's not going to help. Come on, Sam. Do this for Bradley, Tina, and the other ones, whoever they were.
Ronan, Keith.
Yeah, that's them, man.
Benny.
I don't know.
Bjorn.
You're just making noises. He's on the wall. I hope he doesn't get hit. Oh, I fear he may snap. Right in the S Club 7s. Back to Yudi again, who's loitering at the big balls. The motivator won't like that. Oh, there it goes. And there she goes as well. A lucky miss.
Favourite ever. Remember. Club 7.
Look, he really was doing it. He actually did reach for the stars there. And then fell in the water. S Club Sam goes on to finish in 3 minutes 8. Might not reunite S Club 7, but it's still a good time, actually, in the qualifier. Well done him. Yudi's still going, still proving that point to her ex on the sofa. Just the rope now between her and total revenge. They say revenge is a dish best served cold. And that's it, cold and maybe a little bit wet. Yudi finishes in under 3 minutes, which is a good time, as well as a point proved to the ex. Next to tackle the qualifier is Molly, who works in a cheese factory.
I work in a cheese factory and I'm going to cheese you all off by getting the first this time!
Yeah. Does anyone speak cheese? I've no idea. All right, calm down, dear. You'll exhaust yourself. Right, I'm absolutely not going to fall into the trap of making any cheesy puns here. None.
Cheddar luck next time, Molly.
Yeah, Amanda obviously didn't get that memo. It is an admirable start to the Super Walk of Shame for Molly, and then a flamboyant and disastrous finish. Onto the big red balls, or to Molly, the giant Edams. What? Oh, no! She's gone back for a knife. That's what that'll be, pretty sure. And Molly finishes in a respectable 3 minutes 43. Not at all bad.
I did actually think I was going to die.
Did you really think you were going to die?
Yeah, it's so hard.
At which point did you think death was the next step?
Like as soon as I started.
Any news from Country Fire? No. That's awkward. So we're over halfway through our 20 excitable obstacleiers, and remember, only 12 of them will make it through. Let's take another look at the leaderboard. So, as it stands, Paul the Clown is top of the table with Motormouth Mel and Scoutmaster Simon just behind. Newly single Yudi and Victor the Funky Judge both came home in just under the 3-minute mark, which currently puts them 5th and 6th. Trouserless Andy finds himself above S-Club Sam, Cheesy Molly and Roaring Rory in 10th. Vestalia, oh come on, is in 11th, which leaves Sarah wearing the trousers but holding the wooden spoon in 12th. This is 46-year-old chef Melody from Berry. Can she make sweet music on the Super Walk of Shame? She steps up. She's not what I'd call a virtuoso performance, to be honest. And her singing is a little off-key as well. Slightly sharp. Hopefully, Melody can conduct herself a bit better on the balls. She's on. I had a feeling that might happen. She went nowhere. She's further back than when she started it. Looks like there'll be no encore for Melody finishing in over 5 minutes. It puts her flat last. Next to go is 26-year-old lecturer Nix. She's 50% human and 50% rubber band. Nix practices sports acrobatics, which is the ancient art of being very bendy. She can actually stretch herself. No! Oh! She can stretch herself from podium to podium. She's managed to recover that, you see. I've never seen that before. Super stretchy skills in full use. Oh, I've cursed it again. I'm sorry. It's not working for her. She just stretched to 3 times her own length. Just let it go, Nix. Onto the balls. Stretchy versus bouncy here. Who will come out on top? Well, Stretchy Nix is on top right now by the look of it. Ooh, the motivator was close. But she's looking very steady here. Could this be another ball crossing? That's number 3. I've got a good feeling about this. Oh, not now. Hang on, right. Oh, it's just some kids. Right, what have I missed? Oh. Stretchy Nix then springs home in, 3 minutes 11. The next 2 contestants have something in common. This is 34-year-old vet Nina.
I'm Nina the Ninja Squirrel.
And this is 18-year-old student Georgia.
I'm a fast and nimble ninja monkey.
Now, they both claim to be ninja versions of animals, which is just weird. Right, Nina onto the walkway. And she's... Oh, I hope ninja squirrels can swim. But who is better, ninja monkeys or ninja squirrels? It's a question often asked. So far, there's nothing to choose between them. Yeah, none of her ninja skills help. The bigger the claim, the more embarrassing the fall.
Right, Meg and Jake, let's go.
Oh, wow! I think she was expecting those wing things flying squirrels have to stretch out, but they didn't. Primate Georgia onto the balls. There's 1 and 2. Surely we can't have 3 competitors cross the balls in one show. She's on to the 3rd, on to the 4th. No, we can't. Now, there'll be a law against that happening or something. I'm beginning to question these girls' ninja credentials. Anyway, Nina finishes in 2 minutes 43 and Georgia in 3 minutes 13, proving once and for all that ninja squirrels are better than ninja monkeys. Ali is a 24-year-old property valuer from Northern Ireland. I wonder if she's any good at valuing Argentinian real estate.
Go on then. Value our course for us.
I suppose a couple of million maybe for the structures and the... Actually, no. A few gaps in the wall over there. You're kind of mud, actually. Where'd that come from? Has there been a lot of rain? Just a lot of water. But the big red balls, they're priceless.
Brilliant. From 2 million to £2 to priceless, this market moves quickly. Stay on your feet. Ali sprints off. which is a very bold strategy. I can't believe the speed, but it's worked.
Wow!
Can she do that again? That was... Oh, no. Yeah, she crashed harder than the housing market. On to the sucker punch, or gappy wall, as Ali calls it. This is quick. Priceless stuff from Priceless Ali. I can't believe the pace. Remember, Paul the Clown has the quickest time so far, and he made it across the balls. Can Ali do the same? No, really no. Onto the tightrope, which is just a rope. Oh, and off the tightrope, which is just a rope. I think she might get the quickest time here, though. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to beat. Come on, Ali. Come on. Oh, 2 seconds out. But that great run makes her the second fastest today. That was strong. Now, while many people think this is simply an obstacle course-based game show, I also like to see it as a bit of a dating show. It brings people together in a relaxed atmosphere and then covers them in Argentinian slurry. Come on, we've all had dates like that. And this next contestant is looking for love. Attention, all single ladies, we've got a hot one. His name is Malcolm. He's 29 years old, and ladies, get this, he's part of the Welsh archery squad.
Admittedly, the most famous archer is Robin Hood, but the other well-known one is Cupid. And I have been single for a while now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to be able to find someone.
Like Robin Hood, I'm always on target. And my target is the winner's cup.
I want Malcolm to win this more than I've wanted anything else in my life ever. He sets off on his merry quest. I've never supported... Oh, no, he's an athlete. OK, he's on to the sucker punch. Come on now, Malcolm. Oh, that's not a fair fight. Malcolm normally has a bow and arrow anyway. He'd have killed you. Oh, hit the bullseye. Oh, you... lucky he was wearing those goggles. OK, come on, Malcolm. Dust yourself down, mate. Take a lot of dusting, but dust yourself down. OK, the muddy look isn't doing Malcolm any favours on the dating front, but it is a good place to meet girls. There you go. Got this feeling down deep in... Yeah, sadly they've all gone now, so there's no point looking, Malcolm. They're not in there. Looks like Malcolm might be in trouble. Who can possibly save him from an embarrassing muddy end? Hang on, this music sounds promising. This is Des, egg seller by day, but by night, he's a maker of bad superhero costumes. So what are his special powers? Well, firstly, he has amazing memory powers.
It ain't no yoke, so let's get cracking! Oh, what's the last one?
He also has incredible balance. And he has a cape with a large egg on it. That man is kitted out. Eggy Des sets off to save his Malcolm in distress. You might have to wait a few more minutes, Malcolm. There might be a girl still in there somewhere. Fear not, Malcolm, because here comes Eggy Des. And there goes Eggy Des. Des, you forgot Malcolm. No. I'm beginning to wonder about Eggy Des' amazing memory powers. He's forgotten. Eggy Des will literally fly across these balls. Oh, wait, Des, you forgot your cape. That's what went wrong. What use is a magical flying cape if you forget to wear it? Eggy Des scrambles to the finish in a cracking time of 3 minutes 6. Excellent work, but will he poach the top prize? And that, Eggy Des, is how you do egg puns. Breaking news. Malcolm Hood is out of the mud, aided by his merry men, Friar Eduardo and Little Eduardo. Please win. He's a fair way behind. Getting over these balls might just get him back on track. Oh. Malcolm on the rope now. Got to be honest, the time isn't looking great. You've got one last chance to impress the ladies. Oh, look, it's working, sort of. Malcolm finishes in 7 minutes, and let's just say Malcolm finishes. That's the important thing.
To all the ladies out there that were watching that wonderful performance, what do you think they would have thought of that? Well, I hope they noticed that I kept going to the end and that I showed good stamina throughout the entire course. But I feel like a cup of tea now.
Malcolm, ladies. Unlucky in the qualifier, but perhaps lucky in love. Time to see then which lucky 12 have qualified for the next round. Well, there'll be no tears for Paul the Clown as he finishes top of the leaderboard, with Priceless Ali and Motormouth Mel finishing just seconds slower. Scoutmaster Simon and Exploding Kenny come in 4th and 5th. Our oldest competitor, 51-year-old Victor, is showing the young'uns how it's done, qualifying in 8th with Eggy Des poaching 9th. Trouserless Andy makes it through without girlfriend Sarah, and Stretchy Nix manages to just squeeze into the final qualifying place. So the day started with 20 contestants, and 8 have already been eliminated, which leaves 8 contestants. No, 20. No, 12 contestants. So it's time to pay some respect to today's losers, however many of them there are.
Nevermore to sail my ship when no man is gone before. And I will go sailing no more. But no, it can't be true. I could fly if I wanted to, like a bird in the sky. If I believed I could fly, why I'd fly. Clearly I will go sailing no more.
So it's goodbye to the unfortunate souls who failed to make the next round. Well, unfortunate in one sense, actually hugely lucky in another, because they don't have to face this. Having already proved to be an unstoppable robotic monster, this mechanical beast makes its second outing in its quest to destroy the human race. This is Crash Mountain. And here's how it works. 12 contestants, 1 podium, and only one way across. The contestants must take a leap of faith onto the rotating bridge and then dodge the counter-rotating sweeper arm to make their way to the safety of the centre. The first 5 to make it to the middle qualify for the next round. The remaining 7 are eliminated. So let's meet the 12 brave contestants. On podiums 1, 2 and 3 are Paul the Clown.
I'm number 1 and I'm staying number 1. Come on!
Eggy Des.
Let's see who's going to come first, the chicken or the egg. I'm the egg, you're the chickens. Come on!
And Trouserless Andy.
This is for you, Sarah. I'm going all the way. Woo!
That was just a noise. On 4, 5 and 6 are Scoutmaster Simon, Motormouth Mel,
Eggman, you better get cracking, otherwise you better get packing.
and S Club Sam.
Don't start moving to the S Club beat. Way!
Well, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. Right, we're moving on. They look really fired up. On podium 7 and 8, it's Nina the Ninja Squirrel and newly single Yudi. On 9 and 10, it's Priceless Ali.
Blow the whistle, you pansy.
Okay. And the funky judge, Victor. On 11 and 12 stand Exploding Kenny.
I ain't gonna let gravity pull this Scot down. Come on!
And Stretchy Nix.
There'll be no tumbling from this gymnast. Bring it on!
Okay, they're ready. They're clueless. They'll soon be hurting.
7 are about to take a dive. 5 are about to take a hike all the way to the top of Crash Mountain. 3, 2, 1.
Off it goes. Who's going to be first to scale Crash Mountain? Kenny goes for it, but he's straight in the water. Paul leaps, but it's too fast for him. Everyone else is sitting back. And no, hang on, S Club Sam is on. He's on, but only momentarily. Mel jumps, rubbish. Trouserless Andy having a go now. He's on. Ooh, good ducking work. Ooh, and he's done it. First person on today. Sarah will be very proud. He's going through to the next round. Right, Mel's on again. She takes a knock but manages to hold on. She's getting close. Oh, so close, but yet so far and wet and bruised. Big swinging arm meets Mel's little legs. That's what happened there. Now, Stretchy Nix ducks the first one. Tries to jump the second. It was an outrageous attempt, but it failed. Mel's on again, straight off again. Kenny now, no chance. Paul the Clown. That's just laughable. They're all trying it now. Victor makes it to the middle. Oh, the funky judge gets so close to joining Andy, but narrowly misses the stairs. So back to the action. S Club Sam again, bumped off.
Come on, lad, it's not that hard.
That's easy for you to say, Andy, because it is. Des, it's a bit too slippy for him. Surely Mel's got to make it this time. She's had a lot of practice. Good ducking. Good. Hang on, Nick's jumped on too. Will that put Mel off? The contestants are really desperate to grab those 4 remaining places in the next round.
Go on, Kenny! Go on, Kenny!
And that, kids, is why you should always wear a helmet on Crash Mountain. Better still, don't get on it. Still only Andy in the centre, but the funky judge makes a run for it, and he's made it. Finally, Andy has company in the middle. So that's 2 through to the next round. 3 places still up for grabs. Mel's on again. Come on. Surely this time. Surely good. Oh, no! So close.
Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Let's not try and make it graceful and beautiful. It just hurts. Des makes a dash for it and then a swim for it. Now Nix has made it on. Ooh, some good ducking and diving there. Kenny joins Nix. Ooh, this is drama now. Nix makes it and oh, Kenny falls in. Almost at the same moment. So far then, Trouserless Andy, Victor the funky judge and Stretchy Nix are safely into the next round. Only 2 places left in Dizzy Dummies. Who's going to make it? Will it be Paul the Clown, Eggy Des, Nina the Ninja Squirrel, S Club Sam, Newly Single Judy, Exploding Kenny, Scoutmaster Simon, Motormouth Mel or Priceless Ali? Priceless Ali goes for it, taking it nice and easy, nice and... Oh, this is working well. Just taking her time. Oh, right in the ribs.
Think that's going to win her.
Yeah, she just didn't see that one coming, which is a surprise because it's gone round dozens of times already. I mean, I knew it was there. Scoutmaster Simon is the latest onto the big red spoon. Ooh, good duck. No, good dive. Swan dive. That's headbutting mountains is just not the best. Why would you do that? Mel once again with a successful landing. Oh, she makes a run for it. Now she's going. She's on. She's finally on. She's earned that place. Des now fancies some of that action, and he's across too.
Oh, we have 5.
And that brings Crash Mountain to an end for today. Did someone tell Judy it's over? Or will they tell her now it's over? Words she's heard and used herself recently. Mel received a little bunk up from the giant spinning arm, whilst Eggy Des just waltzed across the beam without a care in the world, apparently. Great news for them. Not such great news for the others, because they're out. So while 5 heroes reached the summit of Crash Mountain without a Sherpa, 7 unheroes must return to base camp with sunken heads. That said, most of them got their heads sunken during that round anyway. Can we check sunken is actually a word? Time to say goodbye to those that crashed out of Crash Mountain.
The fear set in, legs like jelly, and then you realise how fast it's spinning round and you think, I'm never going to get on that platform.
I think I got smacked in the face and spent the whole time trying to get back up those ladders.
I gave it my all, but better people won. Well, luckier people, more likely.
Very slippy. Obviously, I let too many people jump on that were already wet, slipped straight off, but I'm going back with my head held high, so now I'm happy.
I'm really disappointed. Every time I hit the thing, it just slid straight off. I mean, I'm trying to put on a brave face, you know, but I'm absolutely gutted, I really am.
If it doesn't work getting S Club 7 back together, maybe I'll form maybe Wipeout 7. Maybe I'll think of a better name than that.
It defeated me. It got me. It's just the way it went. Couldn't have done any more.
It was so brave. There's tears drying up. Bring me more tears. I just hope I can pull myself together before the next round. There we go. Time for Dizzy Dummies. Our 5 remaining competitors get strapped into that dangerous-looking instrument and are then spun around at eye-bulging speeds for 40 seconds. Once fully dizzified, they must stumble up the revolving ramp and through the door. From there, it's the terrifying, but badly named, brand-new Tippy Table Maze. That's a rubbish name. The first 4 to make it across will line up and do the whole thing again, this time going across the Blueberries. Yeah, I said the Blueberries. Don't blame me for the names. Weak. By that time, only 3 competitors will remain. To put it bluntly, don't come last.
Ain't no crash test for these dummies. This is the real thing. It's Dizzy Dummies. Are you all ready?
Yes, ready!
One of them's ready, so I say let's go. 3, 2, 1.
So it's time, I think, for a quick reminder of our soon-to-be nauseous 5. First, it's trouserless Andy.
I'm number 1 on their show.
Who saw off his girlfriend in the qualifier and defeated Crash Mountain. Next, it's Stretchy Nicks.
I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna wiggle.
Who so far proves she'll bend over backwards to get to the final. Then there's Funky Judge Victor.
I took by the throat the circumcised dog.
Our oldest competitor showing the youngsters how it should be done by closing his eyes and holding back the vom. Motormouth Mel looks a bit queasy.
I'm gonna give you hell!
I'm sure those batterings from Crash Mountain didn't help. And finally, Eggy Des.
It ain't no yoke, so let's get cracking, yo!
Who still hopes his egg puns are the secret to success. That's a cracking idea. No, sorry. Right, if we're ready, get set and stagger. So they all charge towards the revolving ramp. Nix is first to the door, with Mel closely behind. Good start for the girls. Nix is first onto the tippy table maze. You see, it tips, that's what it does, but she leaps just in time. That sends poor Mel into the water. Eggy, Des and Andy onto the first maze now. Ooh, well, they were for a very brief moment. Meanwhile, Nix is nearly across. She just needs to get to the other side of that giant foam block. Because right behind her is the Funky Judge. Nix is across. She's the first to get through. Wily old Victor, meanwhile, has waited for his moment and he's also through. 3 left, only 2 can progress, remember. Somebody's got to be leaving. Trouserless Andy is onto the second maze, but it's another swim for Motormouth Mel and Eggy Des. Andy doing very well. And he's made it! So it's between Motormouth Mel and Eggy Des for that final place in the next Dizzy Dummies. Poor Mel in the water again. Eggy Des making good progress now. Only 1 place left. And 2 people. Mel trying desperately to catch up. Oh, but she just succeeds in going for another swim. Eggy Des makes it across very casually, which means Motormouth Mel is very clean from all the time she's spent in the water, but she's also now very eliminated.
Poor thing, listen, you're so fit though, and he's not as fit as you are. What happened?
Weight difference. That's what it was. It was about the weight, wasn't it?
How disappointed are you right now?
Glad it's over. Yeah, I don't want to spin on that thing again. It's awful.
So the 4 remaining competitors go back into the Dizzy Dummy. While it's legally not safe for humans, it turns out that this can be easily sorted by slipping a few pesos to an Argentinian police officer. Yeah, the happy music doesn't help, but still, hideous on there. Okay, they've stopped, they're unbuckling, and off they go for one last run. Only 3 of these 4 will make it to the Wipeout Zone. Nix is out again and first through the door. She becomes the first mammal to test out the Blueberries. Yeah. I don't know what to expect either. She's fallen. Andy's straight in there and straight off there. Victor's assault on the Blueberries begins here.
I found my thrill
I get it. I get the track. Great excuse for a good track. Look at him, he's loving it. Now we know what it's about. The funky judge must now get to the platform, though. Oh, I think he's folded in half. So close, but now it's so far to swim. Back to the start. That final jump isn't going to be easy. Trouserless Andy, then, will be the next to attempt the blueberry dismount. Balance. Oh, nearly hangs on, but it's back to the start for Andy as well. Now Nix, very wobbly. She's going to jump. She's fallen in the water. It's obviously not easy to get leverage from a wobbly inflatable blueberry. Who'd have thought that? Not many people would know it. We could be here a long time. Victor now, another attempt. Anyone getting deja vu?
That's it. You've got loads of time.
Yeah, Andy composing himself. Steady approach might just do the job. What's this? Some dirty ball wobbling tricks from Eggy Des. He's nudged Andy into the water. Not strictly against the rules, but superhero Eggy Des just flirted with the dark side to become rotten Eggy Des. Sarah's not happy. This could be like a superhero fight thing going on. So rotten Eggy Des attempts to be the first to dismount the blueberries, and he's done it, which just goes to show it doesn't always pay to be a good guy.
Sitting on that darker bay.
What's the funky judge up to? This mate, there's no time for a breather. It looks as though our judge has adjourned himself out of the game. I think he's maybe run out of steam. That's good news for Andy and Nix, who will join Des in the Wipeout Zone. It's also good news for me. Desperate for the loo. Too much tea.
I really feel for you. That is such a tough game.
I just couldn't swim anymore. It's been a terrific experience and I really, really enjoyed it. And three good guys have gone through.
So with Victor retiring, the 3 finalists are selected. They've made it one step closer to the £10,000 prize and that big, shiny, yet surprisingly inexpensive trophy. But what does it mean to a determined and courageous contestant to reach the Wipeout Zone? Well, I don't know. I've never done it. Let's ask them. I totally could do it. It's just not my thing.
I'm ready for the Wipeout Zone. I'm going to give it everything I've got, every last ounce of energy, and I'm going to do it.
No, I'm excited, really excited. I've always wanted to do this bit. This, to me, was the ultimate bit of the course.
To get this far, to make it here, is so many people back at home proud, so proud. I'm so proud.
I get teased constantly about being a cheerleader, but I've came here today and I've proven that cheerleading isn't just for girls.
I think doing sports acrobatics has really improved my strength. The flexibility has been pushed, and the balance has been pushed.
She can do things with her legs that I've never seen anybody do before. She doesn't stop, she doesn't give up, she never wants to stop at anything.
Des a big, strong guy, but I reckon he's going to get tired.
That man has got the longest reach possible. I think he's going to be the one to watch.
The egg will see me through. That's the edge I've got. I've got the superpowers with me to see me through.
Honestly, you can't even imagine how much I just want to always win.
I'd really like to wipe the smile off those boys' faces and become the second girl to ever win Total Wipeout.
So let's see what the 3 brave finalists are about to face. Killer surf. There's danger in those waters. The rapid climb. There's even more danger in those waters. Reach the top in under 10 seconds or the floodgates will open. The balance beam. Danger. Slippery when wet. The crazy sweeper. Positively a slip hazard just waiting to happen. The Tarzan swing. Fall and you'll probably slip a disc. And finally, a jump from the turntable onto the winner's podium, and the clock is stopped.
We have a girl, we have a boy, and we have a boyfriend. It's the Wipeout Zone, and the first to go tonight is the boyfriend. It's Andy.
So Andy approaches the starting blocks, with girlfriend Sarah watching on.
The moment you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Yeah, well, steady, Andy. Not all of us. I'm waiting for a curry I ordered an hour ago. Anyway, he's off. Andy's ring skids across the water and he swims towards the rapid climb. Can't believe I did that without laughing.
I think we've lost him.
Where is he? Where's he gone? This is a bad start. Oh, there we go! Now Andy must begin his slippery ascent. He's on his feet and the 10-second countdown has started before thousands of litres of water are flushed out. And that, trust me, is trouble. Uh-oh. 3, 2, 1. Brace yourselves, because here it comes. Oh! Andy is somewhere in the middle of that torrent. Andy does very well not to get swept away there. He needs to get a move on if he's going to set a competitive time. Come on. Keep the pressure on. His girlfriend Sarah cheering him on onto the balance beam now. Not easy with slippery feet. That balance of concentration and effort. Trouserless Andy edges his way along.
Is he allowed to do that?
Amanda, as co-host, you really should know that. And when you find out, could you tell me? Because I don't know. Now, crazy sweeper. Andy steadies himself and waits for the perfect moment. And waits. And waits. And waits. Oh, come on, Andy! Still waiting. Now he's off. Oh! He manages to miss that. Ducks to avoid that.
Run for your life, Andy, run!
Yeah. Oh, another tactical duck from Andy, but he'll have to be quick across these stepping stones now because he needs that time. Hurry, come on. He's so nearly made it. Here we go. Oh, no! Oh! Andy was one jump away from making it across, but that giant arm just catches up with him. So close. Now it's a climb up to the rope swing. Taking a lot of effort now. This has got to be hurting. Andy prepares himself, swings, but no, he's not going to make it to the turntable. In the water again. Sarah gutted for him. Another climb. Up to the turntable now, and just one leap to go. And he makes it his time, 3 minutes 53, and what a gritty display that was. Andy showed lots of determination to keep going despite his falls, and while his time could have been better, I'm sure his girlfriend Sarah couldn't be more proud.
Oh, Sarah! Do you think you've done her proud?
I know I've done her proud.
And I think you proved that because your time tonight was a very hard 3 minutes and 53 seconds.
Delighted. I'm absolutely delighted.
Good man, Andy. All right, well, I'll tell you what, we've got a tough chick coming up next. It's our girl. It's Nix.
Stretchy Nix climbs the stairs to prepare for her assault on the Wipeout Zone.
Doing it for the girls!
And the 10 grand. She's off. And it's a good landing from Nix as she swims to the rapid climb. Probably a good idea to keep your mouth closed here. Don't know what's in that water. Had it tested, broke the machine. Gallons of water now flowing into Nix's mouth. Close it! Okay, she's up onto the rapid climb. She's up and I think on her feet. Now she's got 10 seconds, remember, before the waters of hell are unleashed. But a big tidal wave, anyway. But this does look quick. She might just make it to the top before the tidal wave hits. 3, 2, 1. Here it comes! Oh! But she's held on, and she's onto the balance beam now.
She'll be good at this.
She's certainly looking good at this, yes. Balance, of course, not a problem for Nix. Very confidently done. Wow. And now Nix must take on the crazy sweeper. She's adopting the duck and dive technique, and it's working well for her so far. It might not be the quickest way across, but she hasn't been knocked in yet. Maybe it's safer. Now onto those precarious podiums. She's up and walking. Oh, and she's in!
Oh, you're so close.
That's exactly what happened to you.
Nix thought she could make a dash for it, but the crazy sweeper had other ideas. Ideas about knocking her off the podium. Okay, a big swing is required now. That was just a little swing. Oh. No, that means more effort. She's got to climb back up, but she's done that. One final jump for Nix now. This is going to be a better time than Andy's. If she can just land it. She lands it! And with a time of 3 minutes, 15 seconds, she is now ahead of Andy. Although Nix swallowed her fair share of water, she has come out on top. Now only last runner Des can stand between her and the Total Wipeout trophy. Amanda's going to give her the good news.
You've been our bendy, flexible friend all day, but Andy was equally wonderful out here tonight. Nix, I've got to tell you, you were faster than Andy. I'm sorry, you're going to have to go join the others. Oh yes, you know what this means. There is one thing between you and £10,000, and that is a man, and his name is Des.
He'll do anything to win, including nudging people off blueberries. It's Eggy Des.
Eat your eggs, kids, and you too could be number one.
He's in and swimming quickly to the rapid climb. Looks to be straight up with ease. Standing up against those torrents of water. This is a controlled climb from Des. He's holding on tight. Got just 10 seconds to reach the top before the tidal wave hits him. Thousands of gallons of cold water are about to try and flush him out. But Des has survived it. He's still there. Ooh, sounding tired already, but he must steady himself now for the balance beam. Des edging his way round, using the wall for support. No mistakes yet, but that could all change with the crazy sweeper. It's all about the timing. Des picks his moment, and he goes for it. Oh! He picked the wrong moment, and Des is swept off into the water. I think Des tried to dodge the swinging beam, but got brushed off into the wet stuff. Which means he's now got to swim and climb his way to the rope swing. All this off-piste activity won't be helping Des's time. He'll need all his eggy powers to get up onto the turntable, because he must be exhausted. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist it. Not now, it's not the time. He needs a good swing now. Glance at the clock tells me he's actually in with a real chance of snatching the win here. He could do it. That won't help. Straight back up the ladder. If he can make this last leap, he will be today's champion. He can't afford to hang around. Get on with it. Get on with it. And he's stopped the clock, but he's lost his balance. Ooh.
Not too sure he meant to do that.
Not exactly finishing in style, but it is victory for Eggy Des. Like his fellow finalists, Des's run was littered with slip-ups, but he has done enough to beat the time set by Stretchy Nix. Remember, he currently has no idea, so it's over to Amanda to reveal the result.
Nix, you were absolutely brilliant. Des, the power of the egg has been with you all day, and it certainly was with you tonight because you are the Total Wipeout champion!
Oh, definitely. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Oh, God.
So today's champion is Des Etheridge, the egg seller from Maidstone. He not only wins £10,000, but also the biggest and shiniest egg cup he's ever seen. That's all for today, but join me next time for some of this. What was that? Oh, I can hardly wait. From Amanda and me, it's goodbye.
Up next on BBC One Scotland and the BBC HD channel, the moment we've all been waiting for, the new series of Doctor Who.